Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to talk about an upcoming free Steam title that I feel like some people are a little down on, but you might actually want to have an eye on it. It's coming out next week. It is Persona 5 The Phantom X. We'll talk about that, and we got some other stuff to talk about as well. BattleBit Remastered has been kind of a train wreck over the last 18 months or so, but they did put out a teaser for the overhaul coming out. We'll talk about that and a bit of an update on Stellar Blade, and we've got exact sales numbers of the PC version, and it's doing very, very well. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But right off the bat, Persona 5 The Phantom X is coming out in just 10 days as of the recording of this video on Steam on June the 26th. It is available in Japan as a mobile title, and now it's getting a PC release as well. And I know that there's a lot of people down on it. A gacha Persona title, and I haven't played this game myself, so I can't speak on it from personal experience. I'm not like that crazy of a Persona guy that I'm following mobile releases and things of that nature. Once it's available on Steam, I'll certainly give this a shot. Even as a free-to-play game, I'll give it a shot. And from what I've heard, there's more than just a microtransaction-heavy gacha game that is here. I will say this, and I know the Steam community page isn't exactly the best case, but there's somebody, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but if you take the time to literally write the Magna Carta on the Steam community page, this person obviously knows what they're talking about in terms of what this game includes. So I'll read a portion of it. This is coming from Makoto Yuki, that is the user on the Phantom X page, and obviously this person is a huge Persona fan, if that's and you can tell by their user profile and everything like that. But they know the game is a purely linear single-player turn-based story game where enemies scale with you like they would normally in every game out there. You by all means do not and ever need to be pay to win in this game. Becoming pay to win is purely a thing you choose to do, and even then you will never get proper use out of being pay to win in anything except for two endgame modes that ironically can be done entirely free to play. I'll go in depth into why. I'm not going to go over everything. If you think this is pay to win, you might actually need medical examination. I can't say that, well, what this person continues with on this channel, but, you know, I'm going to give it a shot, and I get it, it's a free-to-play game. Maybe some people will take it, look at it, and be like, it's taking one of the most iconic franchises in gaming right now, and one of the most popular franchises in gaming, and it's trying to spin it into a mobile game. Look, mobile games have a place to exist. All of these games, like even when I crap on live service games, these games have a place to exist. I'm not saying that it's the end-all be-all to gaming for games of this ilk to exist. What I am saying is, like, you know, PlayStation throwing everything under the sun to try to get a little bit of the live service bag. I think that's a little whack, and not just a little, I think that's really whack. But here Sega's releasing, you know, a mobile-oriented, will be available on PC, microtransaction, not heavy, because I don't know the extent of the microtransactions, but it will have microtransactions in it. But still, from an aesthetic standpoint, presentation, and music standpoint, it does still look like a Persona game. And from that standpoint, that's one of the biggest things I like about the Persona games, is the presentation, is the aesthetics, is those elements of those games, and I feel like that's still here. I don't know, maybe I'm being a glazer for Persona. Persona's not even my favorite, like, JRPG series. I don't think Persona's overrated. I totally get why people like it. I personally like Metaphor way more than all of the Persona games, but I still really like the Persona games, and I certainly will give this a shot. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm coming across as a sucker here, but I'm excited for this one, and it's out June the 26th. Kind of came up pretty quickly, but you know, while we don't have Death Stranding 2 on PC, on that day we can play Persona 5 The Phantom X, you know what I mean? So there you go with that. I'll be playing Death Stranding 2 on PlayStation 5. Like, I am waiting a year to play that, so there you go with that. Persona 5 The Phantom X out on June 26th. Alright, moving on from that, BattleBit Remastered has been kind of a train wreck over the last 18 months or so, as they haven't left a lot of updates, and yeah, the reception of this game has gone from very positive all time, 124,000 reviews, 84% positive, to the recent reviews being 943 reviews, 27% positive. Now, the issue is they've gone kind of dark, kind of radio silent on their audience, and for a early access game like this, that is a huge problem. But They have dropped the BattleBit Operation Overhaul teaser trailer, and it's only 15 seconds. It's pretty much to tell you that the game is alive. You still see all of the destructibility and whatnot. BattleBit Remastered was one of those games that took the PC gaming world kind of by storm. Like, a lot of people were checking it out. I remember a lot of people hitting me up, yo, you gotta jump on BattleBit Remastered, and I was kind of checked out of multiplayer games at that point, but I jumped into it and had a good time with it. I'm not going to say I was, like, blown away by it, and it was the multiplayer game that I was going to sink a lot of time into, because I ultimately didn't, but it was a fun game. But, you know, obviously going radio silent for 18 months is kind of a problem when you have an early access game, and they went radio silent for so long that Steam actually put the disclaimer on the game. The last update made by the developers was over 18 months ago. The information and timeline described by the developers may no longer be up to date, and maybe, and I see one user point this out, it's an instance of keep your head down, work on the game, and let actions speak for themselves when the update drops, but still, you should leave some sort of update. If it's 18 months, you guys, that's a lengthy period of time for an early access game to just go MIA, and that's kind of inexcusable. So, at the very least, it is alive, so, you know, hopefully it'll turn out well. Lastly, what is certainly alive is Stellar Blade on PC, and we have some specific numbers for the game. The game has sold 3 million copies in totality for its lifetime PS5 sales and its PC release. However, on PC alone, this game has already cracked 1 million copies sold, and the fact that it has already cracked 1 million copies sold means that it has hit that threshold 19 times faster than the PlayStation 5 release. I saw a headline that said that, and there I go, just spewing headlines, but it hit that 1 million sales threshold faster than PlayStation 5, much faster. Now, a couple things to assess. This game had a Chinese dub and was released in China, and it was regionally priced over there at $38 versus $60. A lot of the sales do come from there. However, with that being said, this is also a game that was released at a 1-year delay on PC versus the PlayStation 5 release, and we all know that dramatically impacts sales numbers. Look at how Final Fantasy 16 did. That peaked at like 30,000 concurrent players on PC. Look at Spider-Man 2. Look at all these games that come out at a delay. They always do lesser than if they were a day-and-date title. So the fact that this game came out on a delay, yes, it does have the advantage of having a release in China that resonated so much, but it came out on a delay, and it's still smashing the PlayStation numbers. There are certain games that I think just click with a PC audience much more so than a console audience, and I do also think there's an element of people downplay how big PC gaming is these days, because yes, while the barrier for entry to PC gaming is significant, like, I'm not gonna kid you guys, I saw that there was a deal with an RTX 3080 PC for like $500, but that is not the norm. That is gonna be a very, like, nobody was able to pick that up. It went out of stock in like 5 seconds. It was on Woot.com. Like, that is not the standard we can apply to what PC gaming is. Realistically, if you want a premier gaming PC, you're spending at least $1,200 to $1,500. I really do believe that. I get it. You can do these budget builds, guys. I know hardware and things like that, but if in this market you want a quality build, you're gonna be spending $1,200 to $1,500. Yes, you can buy this used part, that used part, etc., etc., but for that premier PC gaming experience, or, you know, really getting the benefits of PC gaming, I think you should spend at least $1,200 to $1,500. With that being said, I think people underestimate how many people are willing to spend $1,200 to $1,500 for their video gaming experience. The PlayStation 5 Pro falls into this middle ground where it's like a $700 console, still targeting the console market, but people that step out of the console market, which is a significant amount of people, are willing to spend a premium amount. There are people that are deep into their careers that dropping $2,000 on a gaming PC, yeah, it's a lot of money, but they won't bat an eye because gaming is a big part of their life, and they view $2,000 as a worthwhile investment for their gaming experience. And I think people underestimate how many people of that ilk are out there. On top of that, it does benefit you when you have a great PC port that runs on hardware that my $400 pre-built computer that I have stored away in the other room right now, that PC can run Stellar Blade as well. So it's quite incredible how much some of these games do click. And, I mean, if you want to talk about games that are more intensive to run that do really well, look at Dragon's Dogma 2. Look at Monster Hunter Wilds. A lot of these games, super difficult to run, but still sell incredible amounts of copies on PC. And, you know, those games came out day one on PC. I think Stellar Blade, if it came out on day one on PC, it would have been cooking. It would have done insanely well. On a 1-year delay, I still think these numbers are incredible. And, yeah, Stellar Blade 2 already confirmed, and that's great. Probably won't get that until 2028 at the earliest, but still exciting stuff. But that'll do it for me. Again, you guys, Persona 5 The Phantom X, I think, is going to be kind of a game that surprises a lot of people, at least based on what I can tell. And if nothing else, just play it for free. Don't delve into the microtransactions. It might be a worthwhile experience for you guys. BattleBit Remastered is alive, and Stellar Blade has now sold over 3 million copies worldwide. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sound off there. And by the way, Stellar Blade, 1 million copies sold on PC, 3 million cumulatively with both platforms. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.